I was screaming at my husband about leaving dishes in the sink when he grabbed his chest and fell to his knees. One second, I was furious about something that didn't matter. The next second, I was calling 911 thinking he was about to die. And all I could think was that the last thing I said to him was, "You never listened to me," over dirty dishes. The ambulance came. They worked on him right there in our kitchen, put him on a stretcher. I rode with them to the hospital in complete shock. This couldn't be happening. My husband was 42. He was healthy. This was supposed to happen to old people, not to us. The doctors said it was a massive heart attack. They did emergency surgery, put in 2 stents, said if I'd waited even 10 more minutes to call, he probably wouldn't have made it. He survived, but those first 48 hours, I didn't know if he would. I sat in that hospital room watching him sleep hooked up to machines, and I thought about our last conversation, about dirty dishes, about something so stupid and meaningless. If you're married, engaged, or hoping to be someday, subscribe for stories that matter. We'd been married for 14 years, together for 16, met in our 20s, got married, bought a house, both worked demanding jobs. No kids yet, but we kept saying eventually when things calmed down, when we had more time, when we were more financially stable. Except things never calmed down. There was always another deadline, another project, another reason to wait. And somewhere along the way, we stopped being a couple and became roommates with shared bills. When was the last time we had a real conversation? One that wasn't about groceries or schedules or whose turn it was to take out the trash. When was the last time I told him I loved him and meant it, not just said it automatically when hanging up the phone, but actually looked at him and felt it? I couldn't remember, and that terrified me more than the heart attack. My husband Andrew woke up on day 3, groggy from medication, but alive. The first thing he said was, "I'm sorry about the dishes." I started crying. "I don't care about the dishes. I'm sorry I was yelling at you. I'm sorry about everything." He squeezed my hand. "I'm okay. We're okay." But were we? How long had we been just going through the motions? Andrew came home after a week. The doctor said he needed lifestyle changes, less stress, better diet, more exercise, rest. I took 2 weeks off work to take care of him, and during those 2 weeks, I actually looked at my husband. Really looked. He'd gotten older, gray hair at his temples I never noticed, lines around his eyes. When did that happen? Had I been so busy I didn't even see him aging? We talked during those weeks, real conversations, about his health, his fears, how scared he was when he felt the pain in his chest, how he thought he was dying. I kept thinking about all the things we never did, he said. The trip to Italy we always talked about, learning to dance, fixing up the garage, all these plans we made and never followed through on. We have time now, I said. Do we? I just had a heart attack at 42. My dad died at 58, heart disease. My grandfather at 62, same thing. How much time do I actually have? I didn't have an answer for that. When I went back to work, I couldn't focus. Sat in meetings thinking about Andrew at home, about how I'd spent years prioritizing my career over my marriage, over my life. My job paid well, I was good at it, but it consumed me. 12-hour days, emails at midnight, working weekends, missing dinners, missing life. For what? A title? Money we never spent because we were too busy working? I looked around the conference room at my coworkers. Half of them were divorced, the other half barely saw their families. We all acted like the sacrifice was worth it, like killing ourselves for a corporation made sense. It didn't, not anymore. I gave my notice 3 weeks later. My boss tried to talk me out of it, offered me more money, more flexibility. I said no, I was done. Andrew was shocked when I told him, "You love your job," he said. "I love you more, and I almost lost you over dirty dishes. I'm not doing this anymore, not wasting time on things that don't matter." "What are you going to do?" he asked. "I don't know yet. Find something part-time, something that doesn't own my life. We'll figure it out." We had savings. We'd been putting away money for years for a future we kept postponing. Time to actually use it. I got a job at a nonprofit. 25 hours a week, 40% pay cut. And I didn't care because I came home at 3. I had energy for my life, for my husband. We started doing the things we always said we'd do. Signed up for cooking classes. I started hiking on weekends. Booked that trip to Italy for next spring. We had dinner together every night. No phones, no TV, just us talking, learning about each other again. I found out Andrew had been unhappy at his job for 3 years. Never told me because I was always stressed about my own work. He felt like he couldn't add to my burden. You should quit too, I said. Life's too short to be miserable 40 hours a week. We can't both quit. Why not? We have savings. You could take time to figure out what you actually want to do, not what pays the most, what you want. He thought about it for 2 weeks, then gave his notice. His job had been killing him, literally. The stress, the long hours, the pressure. He took 6 months off. We lived on my part-time salary and savings, traveled a little, fixed up the house, spent time together. He started his own handyman business after that, something he'd always wanted to do. Works for himself now, sets his own hours, makes less money, but he's happy, actually happy. We're not rich anymore. Had to downsize the house, drive older cars, cut back on expensive things, but we're happier than we've been in years. We have time, we have each other. We have a life instead of just an existence. My friends think we're crazy, threw away our careers, our earning potential, our status. They're still working 80-hour weeks, still stressed, still postponing life for someday, still fighting with their spouses over stupid things because they're too exhausted to actually connect. I was them until Andrew's heart attack woke me up. We go to bed at the same time now, talk before falling asleep, wake up together, have coffee on the porch. We take walks, hold hands, laugh, make plans we actually follow through on. Last week, we planted a garden. Neither of us knows what we're doing, but we're doing it together. Andrew's healthy now, lost 30 pounds, exercises regularly, eats better, manages stress. His doctor said he's doing great. But the biggest change isn't physical. It's us. We're actually married again, not just 2 people sharing space, but partners, in love, present. I think about that morning sometimes, me screaming about dishes, him collapsing, how close I came to losing him, how the last words I said could have been angry ones over something meaningless. I don't fight about dishes anymore, or socks on the floor, or any of the petty things that used to consume our conversations, because none of it matters. The only thing that matters is that we're here, together, making the most of whatever time we have. Life is short. Heart attacks at 42 prove that. We spend so much time planning for the future that we forget to live in the present. Work will always be there. Bills will always need paying. The house will always need cleaning. But the people we love won't always be there, and we won't always have the chance to tell them what they mean to us. I tell Andrew I love him every day now, multiple times, and I mean it. I see him. I appreciate him. I choose him over everything else. We're not waiting for someday anymore. Someday is now, and we're not wasting another minute of it.